demonstrated their most serious response level.
After an outbreak of a new type of viral pneumonia
in central China.
Named the disease COVID-19.
World health officials this morning are reporting the first coronavirus death outside of China.
Italy has the
coronavirus officially hitting the U.S. Here's what we know.
Days after the virus hit New York, on March 11th, the World Health Organization declared COVID-19 a global pandemic.
To keep new cases from entering our shores, we will be suspending all travel from Europe to the United States for the next 30 days.
Now more than 120,000 known cases in 114 countries.
And things will get worse than they are right now.
A national emergency.
Back to normal. That's what people want to know. When does that happen?
The only thing that will really allow life as we once knew it to resume is a vaccine.
This will be the new normal until a vaccine is developed.
You have to get about 70 to 85% of the population vaccinated. If you get that many people vaccinated, you will have what we call an umbrella or a blanket of herd immunity.
That means the vaccines will get us to the end of this.
But we're not going to get there unless people get vaccinated.
In a pandemic of the unvaccinated.
The reason we're here is because people have not gotten vaccinated, 80 million of them.
We've been patient, but our patience is wearing thin. And your refusal has cost all of us.
Don't get the vaccine, you can't go to the supermarket. Don't have the vaccine, you can't go to the ball game. Don't have the vaccine, can't go to work. You don't have a vaccine.
The absurdity of what we lived through it's really unfathomable to me.
The world went mad. They went completely mad, but they went mad because of unrelenting propaganda and censorship.
None of it made any sense. Children playing instruments inside tents, wearing masks, and they're blowing into horns. Like, you go to a restaurant, you wear a mask, you take it off, and you eat and you breathe. None of it made sense.
A lot of this started with fear, right? That's how they got people to comply. And I was frankly shocked. And they wore the masks, and they stood 6 feet apart, and they stayed locked down in their house, and they took the shot.
I'm ready. That was easy.
Friends star Jennifer Aniston is cutting ties with people in her life who are unvaccinated.
We have to stop coddling the morons who will not get the shot.
When are we going to stop putting up with the idiots in this country and just say, it's mandatory to get vaccinated? F them, f their freedom. I want my freedom to live.
They are all snowflakes and cowards and idiots and losers.
I just want to say to all of you cowards out there, don't be such a chicken squat.
If you're willing to walk among us unvaccinated, you are an enemy.
The persecution worked. And people that I knew that I thought would never get a vaccine ended up getting a COVID shot.
For those of us who got the vaccine, we know, look, now I can stand here with my mask off and have this conversation with you.
A vaccinated person gets exposed to the virus.
Vaccinated people do not carry the virus, don't get sick.
We get to herd immunity from a vaccine.
The virus does not infect them. The virus cannot then use that person to go anywhere else.
That's how you get to herd immunity, not by letting everybody get infected.
People are believing the information that they're being fed. They're not questioning it. They're trusting the sources, where it's coming from, and those sources are not to be trusted. And, prior to COVID, I trusted those sources.
It's a shorter list to tell you what was true than, to tell you about all the lies. Everything was a lie about the vaccine, about the masks, about the tests, about the lockdowns, about school closures, about the safety, about the efficacy.
The government was lying, the media was lying, and they're still lying.
They're telling us the unvaccinated are dying in hospital. They're telling us the unvaccinated are spreading this disease.
Everything we were told was a lie.
There were so many lies during COVID. It was just wave after wave after wave.
All these things that don't add up. So there's only one thing left for us to do. We need to get a bus and get back out on the road and find out for ourselves what is going on. Because only the people will tell us the truth. We knew that from the last bus. So it was time to get back out again. So on the first bus, we started to sign the names. So we were honouring the people that had been injured or killed by vaccinations. And these were approved vaccinations on the first tour. So they would sign the names on the bus and it would fill the bus up.
I think that bus had been incredibly important in uncovering the extent of vaccine injury.
So we went to Children's Health Defence and said, we need a bus. And they said yes.
See the bus for the first time? There it is!
There she is.
And thank God for Children's Health Defence because they managed to fund the bus and we were able to get out on the road. I must add, in much more style than the last bus.
Are we live? Excellent. We're live here in Houston, Texas, with a huge announcement. It's a long-awaited, so much hard work behind the scenes to make this happen. So we here at Children's Health Defence are going to go back out on the road from September. We are going to push on through and speak to every single one of you. What have you been through? We are Children's Health Defence. What have your children been through COVID? Through all of the issues that we've had over these last few years, we want to hear all of your stories.
So the first thing